The following video is sponsored by Appmysite. There's no doubt at all that the AirPods Pros are a darn good pair of high-end wireless earbuds, whether you're an audiophile or just an average Joe. Although I'm sure you clicked on this video expecting a bit more info than that, so that's what you're gonna get. And so, after using them since mid-2020, I'm going to be giving you the rundown on each aspect of them from a 2022 perspective, as well as whether you should still buy them. And so, without any further ado, let's kick this off by first looking at the design. And by the way, timestamps are in the description if you'd like to see something specific. So on the outside, the AirPod Pros adopt the classic minimalistic Apple aesthetic. I mean, I don't think they look incredible by all means. You know, they're definitely not the most sleek thing out there, but you know, they're fine. They're not obnoxious or anything. Although I will say I do prefer the older design of the second gen AirPods with the rounded ear tip, and there is a specific reason for that, which I'll get to in a bit. Now, the case of the AirPod Pros is also following in that minimalist design, being just a round white box. Although it is wireless charging capable, which is nice, plus as expected, it also charges the AirPods once you put them inside. And may I just add how satisfying it is to open and close the lid? Now, of course, being the Pro version of the AirPods, we do get quite a few things here that make them better in terms of features than the normal AirPods 2nd or 3rd gen. For one, we get 3 sizes of replaceable ear tips in the box, so depending on what size your ear is, you can pick the one that fits you best for your ultimate comfort. In addition, we also get pressure-sensitive stems, which means that you can control your music while you've got them in, simply by giving them a squeeze. You can play and pause music, skip forward and back songs, repeat the same song, and switch between noise cancellation and transparency modes, which are all super convenient to have. Now, the 3rd generation AirPods also have this ability, so if that's something you really like, then you could save some cash by just going for those instead. Now, when it comes to comfort in the ear, they actually feel pretty natural provided you have the correct sized ear tip fitted. Although, if you've got small ear holes like me, they are quite prone to falling out if you're doing a lot of moving around, or you're lying down, or even eating food. Like when I'm at the gym lying down on a bench, the center of support is no longer in line with the gravity, so they fall out much easier, which is not really ideal. I mean, this doesn't happen to everyone, and in most cases it doesn't happen, but I would highly recommend trying them on first in the shop, or by borrowing them from a mate to make sure that they're the right fit before you buy, because this can happen no matter what sized ear tip you have on. But the funny thing is that the normal AirPods, more specifically the cheapest 2nd generation AirPods, with the more classic Apple earpod shape, I actually have no issues with at all. They'll stay in my ears very well, and only come out if I want them to, no matter how much I'm moving around. And so that's why I prefer the old design to the new one, because I believe it's a million times better at staying in. But I mean, it's different for everyone, so again, definitely try them on before you go spending any dough. Oh, and I might also add that the AirPod Pros are also rated water and sweat resistant, so if you're after those highly sought after gym gains, you can work as hard as you can without having to worry about perspiring too hard and destroying your earbuds, something that the AirPods 3rd generation also has, but not the 2nd gen. Now, in terms of the sound quality, well, it's nothing short of incredible, as you'd expect in a pair of earbuds at this price to be. I mean, I'm no expert on sound, but everything about your music will sound incredibly rich and vibrant, with terrific bass and crystal clear mids and highs. And when you initially try them, it's literally like hearing the song for the first time again. And of course, being the Pro models, the sound quality is absolutely superior to the regular AirPods 2nd and 3rd gen. Although I have heard that the 3rd generation AirPods come pretty close, with the sound isolation being just a little bit worse. But if you want the absolute best of the best sound quality, then the Pros are the way to go. Plus, the AirPod Pros are the only earbuds out of the lineup to include active noise cancellation, which means that when activated, it's basically equivalent to putting in those orange earplugs that you get on the plane. It works phenomenally, and it's great for when you're trying to study and need some peace and quiet, or if you don't want to listen to the terrible gym music while working out. It's a truly useful feature, and one that on its own can make the Pros worth buying over the other two options. Oh, and on the opposite end of the spectrum, the AirPods Pros also have a transparency mode, which basically amplifies the noise that's going on around you if you're in a situation where it would be important to hear, like if you're working in class and you need to hear if the teacher announces anything. fellow students in Miss West's class, you'll know what I'm talking about. And like the noise cancellation, it not only works great, but it is a genuinely useful feature that can make these AirPods more than worth buying over the alternatives. And now, before we move on to the battery life, just a quick word from today's sponsor, Appmysite. Appmysite allows you to create a mobile app within literal minutes without writing a single line of code. You don't have to be a technical person or have done a double computer science degree to build a solid and reliable app with this program. In addition, it doesn't matter what type of website you have, whether it's WordPress or not, Appmysite works with all types of websites. You can sign up for Appmysite using the link in the description below and create your app in just a few easy steps. Firstly, once you've signed up and made an account, enter your website URL. Then you can personalize your app in terms of look and feel, and choose what content you want to display on it. There are endless possibilities with loads of different settings in terms of layouts, user behavior, colors, and more. You can even integrate your app with services such as Firebase, chat software, and Google AdSense, which makes this an absolutely genuine option for anyone looking to build a fully fledged app but isn't a technical person. You can also preview your app from within your account or on your own device before you publish to the App Store, of which Appmysite does for you. Plus, Appmysite also publishes updates to the App Store from within your account automatically, and there's no maintenance required because they do it all. It is a truly fantastic tool that takes all the guesswork and technical work out of creating your very own app for your website. Again, you can sign up using the link in the description. And now, back to the AirPods Pro. Now moving on to the battery life, Apple claims that the AirPods Pros can last up to 4.5 hours on a single charge, which is pretty darn impressive, and I rarely ever have issues with the battery life. It's always my own fault for forgetting to charge them if they turn out to be flat, but usually they'll last a couple of days with moderate to heavy use, and around a week if I don't use them at all, so excellent standby time too. Although the AirPods 3 do have much better battery life, being able to last up to 6 hours on a single charge, so that's a significant improvement worth mentioning. But yeah, all in all, no real problems here with the battery life. And so, with my review now out of the way, it's time to answer the question, are the $400 AirPod Pros still worth your cash despite their age? Well, there are rumors that a second generation of AirPods Pro will release this September, which is pretty likely since the AirPod Pros are going to be 3 years old as of then, but at this point in time, I think that the AirPod Pros are absolutely still worth it if you don't want to wait around that long, which is fair enough. I don't think many people would. I mean, sure, they would definitely sport some new features and improve on the sound, but if you don't really care about that, and you just want a solid sounding pair of premium earbuds now, then the AirPods Pros are absolutely still worth it. Although the AirPods 3 are a pretty similar contender to them, sporting pretty similar sound quality, as well as also having stem controls and better battery life at a significantly reduced price, being only $280 instead of $400. In fact, the only things they miss out on are the different sized ear tips and noise cancellation. So if you want to save a bit of money and or don't care about those things, then those are more than worth considering over the Pros. But all in all, the AirPod Pros are still rock solid despite their age, with phenomenal sound that will hold up for years to come. If you enjoyed this video, or found it useful in any way, please make sure you drop me a like, and subscribe to TechSpree for more reviews, insights, and the occasional unboxing. Thank you so much for watching. This is Tom with TechSpree, and I'll see you as always, next time.